All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. This video comes from CNN, and in this video, the former president of Kenya stated that gay rights are of no importance in his country. Now, I know that might sound homophobic, but I guarantee you it's context behind that, for all the, triggered people, the people who triggered already. And also, I know my hair is sticking up right here, but leave me alone, all right? With that out the way, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe while we watching. Now, let's roll it.
One of the major issues, and it's a holdover from sort of colonial Victorian, is the issue of sexual preference in many African countries. In Kenya, to be gay, the LGBT community is illegal. They just want to have equal rights, the same privacy and equality as all other Kenyans do. Is that something that you aspire to for your country?
I want to be very clear, Christiana. I will not engage in a subject that is of it is not of any major importance to the people and the Republic of Kenya. This is not an issue, as you would want to put it, of human rights or this. This is an issue of society, of our own base as a culture, as a people, regardless of which community you come from. This is not acceptable. This is not agreeable. This is not about Uhuru Kenyatta saying yes or no. This is an issue that the people of Kenya themselves, who have bestowed upon themselves a constitution, right, after several years, have clearly stated that this is not a subject that they are willing to engage in, yeah, at this time and moment. In years to come, possibly long after I'm president, who knows? Maybe our society will have reached a stage where those are issues that people are willing, freely, and open to discuss. I have to be honest with you. And that is the position that we have always maintained. Those are the laws that we have, and those are laws that are 100% supported by 99% of the Kenyan people, irregardless of where they come from.
So
It's a very
you're going to get
difficult-
yourself into trouble because what you've categorically just stated is that this is not an issue for us, for the Kenyan people,
Yes.
and you don't think that the idea of their privacy, their equality, their rights is
Christian,
important.
This is,
but it's a global issue right now.
It's important to them where they are.
Why is it
I
not
am
important
saying
to you
that it
as
is
president
not
of the country?
important to me as the leader of 49 million Kenyans. And after, if you want to ask me my personal opinion,
What is your personal opinion?
after I finish my process, I can talk about my personal opinion. But as the leader of the people of the Republic of Kenya, I represent that which our people are desirous to be. And I have no choice, but that is my position.
Would you publicly say that people who are LGBT, gay members of the Kenyan population should not be discriminated against, should not be violated, should not be abused?
No Kenyan should be abused, should be, mistreated in any particular. Every Kenyan is protected by law, every single Kenyan. But they also must recognize that their freedoms must be taken into the entire context of the society that they live in. Because this is not a question of governments accepting or not accepting. This is a question of society, right?
Currently, it's a legal process.
Yes. And that legal process is based on the society that you live in, and that's why laws are made. So I think that's all I have to say about that particular subject.
Yo, this dude is based. I love him. Now, let's talk about that, all right? So
That you live in, and that's why.
it's interesting that she couldn't wrap her head around this at all. She even said that he's going to get into trouble. Now, I tell you, when he go back home to Kenya, he not going to get in no trouble because, like he explained, the society of Kenya, and this is what people living in Western nations, America, the UK, Australia, whatever, this is what we have to understand coming from over here. The rest of the world does not operate like us. The rest of the world is not crying for all of the same things that we're crying for. Americans are very, very, very privileged. We're so privileged that we have to cry over nonsense. Now, your sexual preference in America, that is a big thing. But in Kenya, and let me show you guys some stats, all right? I pulled up some stats. I'm a statistics man today. So in Kenya, on this list here, 78% of the population roughly identifies as a Christian. And I'm not talking about no LGBTQ flag flying Christian. I'm talking about a Christian, like a textbook Old Testament type of Christian. You know, African people, although a lot of Americans and just a lot of people who haven't been exposed to too many African people are very conservative. I have an African girlfriend. I met her parents. Lovely people. Very conservative, though. They have a very conservative family. I love the way they raising their kids. Their kids are smart. They're bright. You know, I love it. I love to see it. But back to the point he was making. In Kenya, gay rights is not of, and he said major importance. He didn't say it's not of importance. He said it's not of major importance in their country. And him as the president, he is selected to, you know, speak and act out the will of the people. And when 78% of your people are traditional textbook Christians, for the most part, who, you know, who don't support homosexuality, he has to keep the best interest of his people in mind. Now, he would be in trouble if he came on CNN and, you know, was just simping for gay rights or simping for homosexuals. Then he would be in trouble when he got back home. But he did good by his people, and I bet they cheered him on when he got back, because unfortunately, I'm sorry, you guys, but the rest of the world does not operate on American time. Just because in America, gay rights is, you know, so paramount and so important to so many people, that doesn't mean that the rest of the world feels the same way. You know, so you can't call these guys homophobic, because they're not scared of gay people, but their society has not advanced to the point yet, and I'm going to pray for them, but their society has not advanced to the point yet where gay rights is of importance to them. The majority of the people there are Christians, and the ones who not, I doubt the other remaining 22%. You know, I doubt even the majority of them would support it. You know, we live in a society that has gotten more and more and more progressive, and we've seen how the minds of people on certain issues have changed. You know, gay rights, people, you know, thought differently about gay rights in the past, but, you know, we're just becoming more and more and more progressive about it, to the point now where it's like, oh, just do what you want to do. We don't care. You know, we empower it at this point. But Kenya has not gotten to that place yet. They've still managed to preserve the Christianity in their nation. So lastly, you know, I just want to say that I respect him. I respect him for coming over here and not switching up on his own principles and on his people. Because, you know, he could have came to America, and like I said, he could have been simping for America, simping for homosexuality, but that would not be right in the eyes of his people. And as an American, or as a you know, as someone from the UK, I don't know where this interview took place, but it was clearly in a Western country. But as someone from where we're from, things are different. But that doesn't mean that they have to adhere to how we do things over here. They have their own society, and they have their own way of doing things. It may not be perfect. You can criticize it all you want, but hell, we ain't perfect over here either. So with that being said, I'm about to close this video up. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe when you're at the door. Let me know what you thought about this in the comments down below. Until next time, you guys, I'm out of here. Peace.